You're watching this video because you're seeking something different for your marriage. Most likely, something different than anything you ever tried before has to happen in order to save your marriage from divorce or breakup. It's sad to think how things could have gotten to this point, and it's scary to think about where you go from here. I know what it's like to be in a marriage where you feel unheard, misunderstood, where you're constantly on the defensive, and don't feel connected or supported by the person who was once your best friend. You're not even sure anymore that you marry the right person. Perhaps you think your life would be better with someone else. We know what it's like to be where you are because we've not only helped hundreds of couples just like you restore their marriage from the brink of divorce, but we've been there personally. Hi, I'm Rabbi Shlomo Slatkin, and I'm a licensed clinical professional counselor. I'm certified in a process called Imago Relationship Therapy. Together with my wife Rivka, we founded the Marriage Restoration Project as a way to support couples on the brink of breaking up to heal the deepest wounds of their marriage and uncover the love they once had and beyond. It was 13 years ago when my wife and I were constantly fighting. Every little thing became a big issue. I remember once when I mentioned that I had to go to the dry cleaners, and she flipped out, complaining that she had to do everything in our marriage when I hadn't even asked her to go. We didn't understand what was going on. How could this have happened to us? How could the very person that we love the most be hurting us the most? You're probably familiar with the famous statistic that 50% of marriages end in divorce. Well, the other 50% is not that much better off. 13 years ago, Rivka and I knew, like you, that if something did not drastically change, our marriage would not last. Thankfully, mutual friends recommended that we seek out an Imago therapist. In Imago, we discovered a transformational approach that gave us new tools and taught us how to communicate differently than we ever knew how. We began to feel safe with each other's feelings and emotions, and we reconnected in a way that brought the love back even greater than it had been before. I'll never forget the moment that I saw my wife in a totally different light. My eyes were wide open to why we were fighting so much, and I discovered what we needed to do to make it stop permanently. You may have gone to therapy before and it didn't work, or actually made things worse. The therapist's attempts to fix your problems didn't address the root causes, nor did it empower you with tools to make things better. And it may have actually left you feeling more confused and helpless than when you started in the first place. Or this may be the first time you're seeking help, and you're trying to figure out what is possible for the future. We'd like to share with you an entirely new process that is transforming couples as we know it, and shifting how couples relate to one another. There's nothing else like it out there. If you're truly ready to do marriage differently, then click to learn more.